What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, here to give to you my takeaway and analysis video for this week's game versus Iowa. Before I get on to the video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the game. Were you impressed with Michigan's showing? Were you concerned? Were you disappointed with how we played the game? Let me know how you feel about the game in the comment section below. Also, if you can, please leave a like on the video. It definitely helps out my channel. So if you can, please leave a like on the video. And if you enjoy my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. So the game itself, I'm just going to get into it. I know it didn't look like it wasn't the greatest game. I know it was pretty much a slugfest, a matching of two great defenses, not a lot of offense, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Iowa really played a great defensive game anyways, I will say that. So I know in the predictions video I kind of dumped on Iowa's defense, so I'm not going to take it back. I mean, I said what I said, but I give a lot more respect to Iowa's defense because they played their hearts out. They played as best that they could, and it just obviously just wasn't good enough. But it's not because of the defense. The defense did everything that they could humanly possibly do, but their offense is just so bad that it can't overcome the defense. And man, if you're a Power 5 team, you got to be better than that, man. You got to be able to generate some form of offense. It can't just be that you rely strictly on defense and special teams and hope that you can get some sort of defensive pick six or fumble recovery or something that happens on special teams that gives you a short field so that you can score. If you have to rely on that to win every single time, it's just, you might be able to do it against the bad teams, but against the good teams, it's just not going to happen. So that's why you see Penn State beat you 31-0, and why we beat you 26-0. It's just, teams just know all they got to do is just do certain things and you got no shot. So I know people weren't necessarily happy with the outcome of the game. It didn't look sexy. We didn't blow the barn doors off of them. Offense didn't look explosive. I know you're going to hear all those things, but I honestly think that the strategy for this game, each week is different. The strategy for Ohio State is obviously not the same strategy as playing Iowa. And that's because of personnel and what they know that each team's capabilities are. So it's understandable. The strategy for this game was pretty much similar to the strategy for Penn State. We really respect your defense, but we don't necessarily respect your offense. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do what we need to do on offense to not make mistakes, play conservatively, but be consistent, move the football enough to get in the position to score. And we're not worried about your offense coming back and scoring. Now, I know that Michigan had probably, and I'm not going to even say probably, I know that they had more respect for Penn State's offense than they did for Iowa's, but the philosophy of both of the games are pretty much the same. So Michigan in this game out Iowa. And what do I mean by that? Michigan's goal was play great defense, win in special teams, not make any mistakes, and they would win this game. In my predictions video, I said that I didn't think Iowa was going to score more than 3, and they did worse. Obviously, they did worse than that. They didn't even score at all. So, Michigan came into this game, like I said, all they had to do was just take care of the football, win on special teams, take care of that aspect of the game, and just, move the football consistently, but not be afraid to punt. If, don't take chances unnecessarily, get points when you can get points. Try to win the field position battle and, not make any mistakes, and they'll easily win. And that's exactly what happened. Now, when I say Iowa, one of the things that I did see in the game that proves this point is them putting Samaj Morgan back there to return punts. All year it's been Tyler Morris and Thaw that's been back there. Tyler Morris more so if he's trying to get a return. Thaw back there if, more than likely they were going to do a fair catch. I guess him being more reliable in catching the football and making the decisions and all that stuff. But in this game, they had Samaj Morgan back there. Why? Because of his big play ability, and that was in full display. He did make a few mistakes as far as letting the ball bounce and giving Iowa a better field position in some circumstances. But when he did that return and almost scoring the touchdown, that totally and completely flipped the game, allowing us to get a short field and easily get a touchdown to put us up 10-0. I mean, those are things that Iowa would do, So that was obvious to me that was one of the parts of the game plan, to have him back there to flip the field, from being deep in our end to being deep in their end. And it worked out perfectly. Once we got up 10-0, I mean, to me, it was pretty much a wrap. I couldn't see Iowa unless we did something stupid. And don't get me wrong, JJ did make a few bad throws. One should have been picked off. But once we got 10-0, I didn't see a way that Iowa could come back. They could barely move the football as it is. And in this day and age, I just don't understand how a program could be that bad offensively. Now, I just wonder how did it become this way? For Iowa anyways. I mean, I understand it's a matter of recruiting, and I understand it's a matter of coaching, and a matter of players making plays. But it's just got progressively worse for Iowa. And, you would have thought, I mean, obviously Cade wasn't out there, Eric All wasn't out there, and a few other players weren't out there, but they were still bad even with those guys there. So while it did make a difference, it didn't make much of a difference. It's still going to be a bad team offensively. If this team had any type of a pulse on offense, you'd be looking at them as being, a legitimate contender. So, that's pretty much it as far as the breakdown goes. There's not too much more to add to it because it's pretty much cut and dry. Iowa is just, they're just not a team that you have to fear. As long as you don't make any mistakes, you don't beat yourselves, then you're going to win the game. So give respect where respect is due for them being a 10-win team somehow this year. But, against the top-notch teams, they just were not going to be able to get it done. So Michigan is on to the football playoff. I'm probably going to do a video a little bit later on today of who I think should be the top 4 teams that get into the playoff. So I'll be making that video a bit later on today. But Michigan is, in my opinion, in automatically, and may more than likely be the top seed. I'm going to mention that in the video with my opinion on that. So just look out for that shortly. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, as I mentioned, if you made it this far, definitely leave a like on the video. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the game. And if you enjoy the content, definitely subscribe to the channel. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. And as always, go blue.